still on the ground.
Alright, we're going to try to talk above the wind in here. Now, we're set up in here just because we have more room. Normally you wouldn't catch me dead doing something like this inside because coal smoke is not good for you to be sucking up. But believe me when I say there's plenty of ventilation in here, for the time being at least. So, we're going to try this guy out. I've got... to start the first time lapse you saw, this is our quenching vessel. I didn't have anything deep enough for the, oh, what am I trying to say, for that draw knife. So it's kind of narrow, it's going to heat up kind of fast. That wind is freaking nasty. But I'm just building kind of a little, bear with me a second. I'm just building a little dome here out of the charcoal. And we don't need a ton, but it's kind of good to have it. A little bit of Boy Scout water. And I'm kind of going to go to the sides a little bit with it. Oh yeah, Boy Scout water. Let's see if I can burn myself down. You guys ready for the show? And of course the lighter doesn't want to work. So when people tell you how hard anthracite is to get running, it is, but this is kind of the trick for it. Barbecue charcoal is awesome to get anthracite going with because it takes a lot of heat. So anthracite wants a good flame until it establishes itself, and that is super important. I'm not turning the blower on yet. Generally, I would prefer pea coal for this, but this is what we have. Come on. Yes, I make a mess wherever I go. May need a little more barbecue or Boy Scout water in here. Yeah, let's get a little more. Give her a little more go juice. What I don't like about these cans, they put the three little holes on there. I have not turned the blower on yet. You guys can't tell looking at that. Yeah, we got a good breeze going today. Alright, so I'm trying to get, I want to kind of preheat this oil a little bit before I throw that draw knife in the fire. And it might be kind of hard to hear over the wind. We might be doing a little voiceover, plus I've got that blower running right there. So my hot spot's going to be kind of right over the center of that hole. But I've got a big mound over here trying to get the rest of this coal to catch. We get the rest of that to catch. That'll be beautiful if we can get that up to temperature. It's coming though. Alright, here we go. Got this going good enough now. Let's see if we can... What I'm going to do, I'm going to start it, because the fire's not huge. We're going to start it here, kind of work it across. And we really have to be careful. You really got to be careful not to burn it right off. So I'm not sticking it down in there too deep, because I do not want to overheat the steel. I mean, we've got to get it up right around 1500. We're going to kind of move this around, direct that heat a little bit towards it. And I'm not burying it all the way, because remember, I've got that bevel there. I want to watch that. I feel like I'm barbecuing here. And that's going to take a little bit to do this, just because of the way I've got the fire built. I don't have it heaped up huge, and that's more of a control thing. I'd rather do this slow and bring it up slow than have it go way too fast and then regret it later. What's up, Nathan?
You can't come around just as you please. Pretend to wear your heart on the sleeve, claiming to have found this inner peace. I just count the minutes till you leave, and you can't ride through town wearing your...
See it getting there. Definitely not ideal for heat treatment, but I'd say it's a pretty long piece. But this is definitely a lot easier than the stone kit out there. I mean, it'd work just fine, but definitely a lot easier to find the hot spot in this. Now this coal, you really got to watch it, because I could definitely, very easily leave this thing in there too long and burn this thing right in half. And if you'd like to know how I know that, it's because I've probably done it a few times. Alright, here we go again. Nice and slow, back and forth, do not go side to side. And give you an idea how long this thing is. This thing's about 2 feet long altogether. Definitely getting there with it, that's for sure.
You can't come around just as you please. Pretend to wear your heart on the sleeve, claiming to have found this inner peace. I just count the minutes till you leave, and you can't ride through town wearing your excuses on your head like a crown. You can't leave it be, 'cause I am not your woman. This bird is free.
Alright, so we're heat treated. We've got most of the grinding done on it. Hopefully, I'm hoping tomorrow to put handles on this thing and do the final on the edge. But that's what we have so far. It's getting there. It is getting there, and you can see right there where I got a little bit of a back bevel right there, and I'll work that out over time. But like I said, this one's for me. I'm trying to get her as perfect as I can with what I have, but I know before I get making these on a regular basis, we're going to be doing some upgrading on equipment. But I'm pretty happy with the way it's turning out so far. I've left the hammer marks and whatnot in here just because I kind of like that look, but we'll polish that up around it a little bit more. And the bevel, we're going to take that down to a really fine grit because I want to be able to see my reflection in that thing. But it's getting close now, and that's with, of course, the belt on that thing's getting a little worn out. It started off as 80 grit, and this kind of finish we're getting on it right now with it. So it's getting there. It is getting there. So I didn't take you into the house when I heat treated that in the oven, or tempered it. So we put that in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about an hour and 20 minutes. And right now, I know it's hard to see it, but I can spring that a little bit. It goes right back. But that's right where I wanted it. Now when we were heat treating, I had a heck of a time heat treating that thing because it's so long. So what I ended up having to do, and I don't like doing it like that because you end up heating one side not up to heat treating temp, but you're taking some of the hardness out of it. I ended up having to do it half of it at a time, a little over half. Didn't matter how much I moved the metal across, I couldn't keep one side hot enough, and a lot of that was because the wind was going through there. It's really cold and nasty up here today, blustery. So the wind going through the building and whatnot, it was really tough to get that right where I wanted it. But I can live with it. I was still able to skid the file across it on the whole thing without cutting into it, and that's what you want, and that's when you know you've got it pretty well. And I used a chainsaw file because it's such a narrow contact point, you can really tell pretty easily if it's going to skid on it. So it did pretty well that way. But so far I'm really happy with it. It's coming out really nice. I really like the profile of it. I can't wait. Let me turn this light off. There we go. Now you can see it a little better. Can't wait to be using it. We've got our sides evened out now and all that good stuff. Now, I really like the angle on the handles. So, should be able to just, it's like a regular debarking draw knife, just a lot of control that way. I've never cared for draw knives where you have to hold them like that. I've always thought it would be a lot more comfortable to use if you could get your hands straight out like you'd be naturally holding them and just kind of pull things towards you. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I probably didn't do the best job explaining what I was doing today. We'll try to get better as we go with that. So thank you for watching. Hit the thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you liked it. Again, can't talk. It is cold out here. It's probably about 15 degrees in this building because I decided not to fire up the oil burner that I made in here. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you on the next one.